got to end the cloud of budget uncertainty that hangs over the Department of Defense and the entire U.S. government. I've got to use this opportunity to express again my greatest concern as Secretary, and frankly one of the greatest security risks we are now facing as a nation, that this budget uncertainty could prompt the most significant military readiness crisis in more than a decade. The Department of Defense faces the prospect of sequestration on March 1st. If Congress fails to act, sequestration is triggered. And if we also must operate under a year-long continuing resolution, we would be faced with having to take about $46+ billion out of the defense budget, and we would face a $35 billion shortfall in operating funds alone for our active forces, with only a few months remaining in the fiscal year. Protecting the warfighters, protecting the critical deployments we have, we're going to have to turn to the one area that we have in order to gain the funds necessary, and that's readiness. It's maintenance. This will badly damage our national defense and compromise our ability to respond to crises in a dangerous world. The responsibility of dealing with this crisis obviously rests with the leadership of the nation. I know the members of this committee share the deep concerns that I've raised about sequestration, and obviously I urge you to do whatever you can to try to avoid this threat to our national defense. The State Department and the intelligence community obviously also must be provided the resources they need in order to execute the missions that we expect of them, including the enhancements that I've described today. Whatever steps are required to be taken to properly posture U.S. forces for possible emergency response operations, those steps would be seriously impacted by the readiness crisis caused by uncertain resources. We have a responsibility, and I take that responsibility seriously, to do everything we can to protect our citizens. That responsibility, however, rests with both the executive branch and the Congress. If we work together, we can keep our Americans safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Panetta. General Dempsey.
Thank you, Chairman and Senator Inhofe.